Hi, this is Marissa again, and I've come back to talk to you about some more paranormal experiences that I've had in my lifetime, or what I've heard from my own family. And I don't know how many people have had unusual paranormal experiences and what they make of those experiences, and also, what do people believe? Like, what kind of beliefs do people have regarding these experiences? And do they believe that these are real spiritual experiences, or do they believe that these experiences are more psychological, or there can be some kind of scientific explanation? I tend to believe that they're spiritual. Maybe some of them are psychological, and there can be, you can find logical explanations to certain experiences, but from my experience is that there can be no other explanation other than having it be spiritual, because some things just cannot be defined in any other way. It's impossible. Some things that have happened to my family, I would say that those experiences are quite spiritual. I've been looking at YouTube videos, and from my experience, from what I've seen, is that there are people who perhaps know certain things. They're clairvoyant, or they have incredible intuitive abilities, perhaps that other people can't understand. And it's very important to consider that, that perhaps there's more to this universe than what we think. And there have been amazing experiences in my family, especially from my father. And yeah, there have been incredible experiences. When my father was a young child in the 1940s, or during World War II, there was an experience he had that's truly amazing, and it's just mind-boggling. I mean, what happened to him and his mother? I'm not very religious. I have a Catholic upbringing, but to be honest, I'm not really a religious person. I have sort of doubts about religion, about religious institutions. Not everything. I think there's positive things in religion as well, but there's also like organizational issues to do with clergy and power issues and things like that I don't, that I'm not really interested in. So I don't want to bring religion into it, but the experience that they had has a religious flavour to it. Now, I don't believe that just because it's religious, that means that the Catholic Church is right. I'm saying that this is a spiritual experience, and spiritual experiences can be found anywhere, in any religion, in secular settings as well. But my father, when he was small, he heard my mother at night time speak to someone in the room, and there was, from his knowledge, there was no one there. But he overheard his mother speak to a woman, and there was no woman there. There was, I don't know exactly where my grandfather was, if he was in the same room or if he was outside the room, but he heard this woman speak to my grandmother, his mother. This is during World War II, and he heard two women talk to each other. Well, And he heard his mother say yes, yes, like agreeing to what the other woman is saying. And the next day, my grandmother went. This is during World War II, and the family was together. I don't know how many relatives were there, but they were in the same house or the same flat. And she said to everyone that she saw Saint Teresa. That's a Catholic saint. And she said that she spoke to her, and she had like a mark on her head, a finger, a hand mark on her head that was white. This part of her hair had gone white, and overnight, like with a hand mark on it, a young woman with white hair there, as a hand mark. And she said that she spoke to her. And this Catholic saint, Saint Teresa, predicted her mum's death. She said that her mother would die within 3 months, and it happened. Her mother died within 3 months. That's my great-grandmother. And she also said that there were going to be terrible bombardments. And this was in Egypt, although I have mixed ancestry, but it was in Egypt. They were born in Egypt. And there were horrible bombardments. People died. And she said that she would sacrifice herself. Her painting during the time of the bad bombardments fell and broke, and the glass broke. And there was a glass, I think there was a window that could have fallen on my grandfather and killed him, and it didn't. Certain things happened. And the people the next day were completely shocked that my family were alive. The whole neighborhood was demolished. So, there you go. There's one story. And we don't know what that's about. I mean, that's amazing. I still don't understand it. It's hard to believe it. And then in Australia, my father saw the same woman, the Catholic saint, Saint Teresa. She appeared to him and spoke to him. He saw her. He saw her in the flesh. Now, I'm telling you these stories, and I don't know what you think. I'm not making this up. This is not a way to get YouTube videos or whatever, This is a true story. I'm just putting stuff out there, This is... I'm just talking about this and wonder what people have to say about this. And my father is a very logical person. He doesn't fantasize about things. He's not even. He's a very practical person. So I doubt that he's making this up. And the same with my grandmother. They didn't read a lot about this sort of stuff. So. What are these things? I just think that there's connections there that we just don't fully understand. And I think there's forces and I'm not making this up. And I'm not a psychic, although, I'm intuitive to a certain extent. And I don't have, this is a real story. And he saw the same lady. Yeah, my dad saw the same Catholic saint, Saint Teresa. She appeared to him, and he spoke to her. She spoke to him. She tried to help him, and she has a beautiful energy, just beautiful energy. Nice person, very nice person. and he's had other experiences as well. He saw a Roman soldier once. He's going to go to work, and he woke up and saw this Roman soldier standing next to him or in front of him, and he bloody got scared. That was scary. He was in armor and everything, and then he disappeared. But it woke him up, and that was not a good experience. So, but anyway, I'm also a writer, and I have my own book called Lola's Walkabout. If you're interested, that's got nothing to do with this topic, but I like to talk about human experiences, and I like, I'm interested in spirituality and psychology. And if you'd like to comment, please do. And remember my book. My book is it can be downloaded from the first video. There's a link there. Okay, thank you for your time. Bye for now.